This is Spud here from HitStandNerd.com, coming at you with another quick hit. This might come as a wee bit of a shock to people who say listen to the HitStandNerd podcast or watch these quick hits here or whatever the case may be, but I'm a big fan of racing games. Yeah, I know, Spud, fight ahead, who likes racing games, who'd have thunk it? I do, there's something about them. I think it's just the speed and adrenaline, the reaction time needed for a lot of them that I've always really enjoyed. It's something that I've always really gotten into. So today I'm going to go through a few of my favourite racing games from throughout the years, and we're going to start off with Roll Cage Stage 2. Now, Roll Cage is pretty ridiculous. You basically play as a little flat car with tyres twice the size of it, so that if you're knocked onto your roof, you can still keep driving. And this is kind of the entire concept of the game, is that you can never quite stop. You know, your tyres have mad grips on them, so you can ride straight up walls, onto ceilings. If you lose your speed, then you'll drop from the ceiling and just keep on going because there is no upside down to your car, you know what I mean? Add into that then a rake of weaponry and a ferocious speed. Now it starts off reasonable enough, but as the game goes on, it gets ridiculous fast. I mean, uncontrollable fast. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great little title. It's one that I'd actually love to see coming back. It's been a long time since the Roll Cage game available. So I'd love to see a return to that series. Another series, also on PS1, one which nobody's PS1 collection is complete without, is Wipeout 2097. 2097 builds on the first Wipeout game, except it does everything right. The original Wipeout was a good game, but was very hard to control. The ships were a bit off. You know, it was near impossible to get a good shot unless you had a lock on. Wipeout 2097, though, it takes all the bad and cuts it off and gives you a lean piece of racing. Again, it can be very, very fast. Your ships, they feel correct, they feel balanced. They're all kind of anti-gravity ships in this, and it's all kind of futuristic crap. But they feel balanced. You get a rake of new guns, you get like fucking plasma cannons, you get one-hit kills. You know, you can drop landmines with a cool little voice that goes, mines, every time you do it. Fucking Chemical Brothers and the Prodigy are playing in the background. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good little game. And there's a really silly cheat on it, which turns all your cars into like bees and pigs and other family animals, which is cool. Also on the races, but not on PS1, we're going on to PS2, we have SSX Tricky. Now, you might be thinking I'm kind of cheating here a little bit, and I am, but at its core, even though it's an extreme sports game, SSX Tricky is a racer. The original SSX was built as a racer. SSX Tricky was the same game, same engine, except with a few new tweaks and a bunch of new kind of super moves to throw in along the way. It was tweaked for the trick side of things. You know, even though it's essentially a racer, you start with 3 or 4 other lads at the top of a mountain, you gotta get to the bottom of it before the other lads. That's what racing is all about. It's a snowboarding title and the tricks are humongous in it. It's a hell of a lot of fun. And it's one that I've always loved and always will love. Now, even though it's one of my favourite racers, I'm not in it for the racing, I'm in it for the tricks. But it is essentially a racing game and it does deserve a mention. And yes, if I do one of these videos about extreme sports games, you can bet your left bollock it'll be on there too. Burnout 3 Takedown. This was my first run-in with the Burnout series. I was after coming off the back of a couple of other races at the time, and I was blown away by Burnout 3. Burnout 3 is ridiculous. It's high-octane street racing, and it's fast as you can possibly get. At one stage, you can actually race F1 cars down the road. But it's also heavy on the traffic and heavy on the aggression. You've got to play aggressive in Burnout to win, because it's all about the quote-unquote takedowns, ramming your foes into walls, into oncoming traffic, off bridges, whatever the case may be. And it's cool, you always get this little slow-motion move there as you crush them against the wall, and just the carnage goes everywhere. It's a hell of a lot of fun. It's always been a favourite of mine, and it's well worth trying out if you haven't tried it out before, just due to the speed and aggression of this game. Need for Speed Underground 2 is probably, I'd say it's probably my favourite racing game of all times. I got into Need for Speed through a mate of mine. He brought it around to mine. I wasn't expecting much from it. I was thinking, I was coming off the back of Midnight Club 2 at the time, and I was thinking, hang on, you're talking about a racing game, which is street racing, but on set levels? That makes no sense to me. Where's the street in that? It doesn't sound like much fun. He brought it around anyway, he stuck it on, and an hour later I was absolutely hooked. This is a fucking fantastic game. The sequel then, Need for Speed 2, Need for Speed Underground 2 that I have there, builds on everything that Need for Speed 1 does. It gives you a bit of an open world hub, which is a bit of fun, where you can do a few kind of split races. They're a bit of crack, you know. But for me, the real thing about Need for Speed, also drifting is worth mentioning, but the real thing about Need for Speed Underground series is the customization of the car. I would spend hours upon hours dolling up my car in all these different ways, these different designs, different layers of vinyls on them, different kinds of spoilers and shit, making them exactly the way I wanted them to be. And that was the real pull for me. You know, I thought it was great fun just customizing cars all day long. I'm not a car fan. I know nothing about cars, but I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. Last on the list then is Mashed, Fully Loaded. Now, I've never really heard of Mashed much. I picked it up. Does it say on the back here? It doesn't say how much. I think it was about 99 cents about a year or two ago. And I thought, fuck it, I'll give anything a shot for 99 cents. You know, even if it does have a really, really silly name like Mashed. But I picked it up, I brought it home, I got the boys around, we all had a few games of it, and it was absolutely chaotic. It is a top-down, almost isometric top-down racer, which runs on the same idea as the Micro Machines racing games from the 16-bit kind of days. You know, it's basically you gotta put the length of the screen in between you and your foe. You do that, you earn a point. You earn enough points, you win the race. That's how it works. So, like I said, very similar to the Micro Machines games, except it's also got heavy weaponry, which blows everything apart. It's just, it gets absolutely ridiculous. It takes everything Micro Machine has and makes it not fucking boring. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. Once you come to terms with what the weaponry does, like say the shotgun blows out on each side, so if someone's neck and neck with you, you can topple them on the roof and keep going. The mortar shoots one forward, like well forward, so you can pull your brakes and wait for your foe to run into it. You got landmines, you've got machine guns that fuck up your opponent's steering. Once you come to grips with what each individual weapon does and how to use them, right, it all becomes fucking mind games then in multiplayer. You know what they've got, they know what you've got, you know, you both know exactly what's going on, and it all becomes mind games. Add into that a couple of fun icy stages and ramming each other off the sides, and just being a complete bollocks to each other, really. You know, you've got to play as hard as you can and just be absolutely merciless with this game. And that's why it's so much fun. It's ridiculous. If you want to have a good gaming night, get the boys round, get a couple of beers in, break out the multi-tap, and have some 4-player Mashed. And it gets absolutely ridiculous. So they're just a couple of my favourite Racers Hunter ideas. Like I said, I've always had a soft spot for racers. I always will. I think Split Second deserves a mention before I go any further as well, because it's just absolutely phenomenal. I don't have a copy here to show you, but fantastic game. Racers are good fun. They always need something new and exciting to spruce them up a little bit. Like I said, like weapons, like arcading it up, like doing up your cars and whatever the case may be. But if there's something more than just a straight race, I'm usually on board. This is Spud from hitstanday.com, signing off. Good luck. Thanks for watching more about hitstartnow.com Quick Hits. We do these pretty much on a weekly basis. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe and share this video. Of course, you can also check out hitstartnow.com where we have reviews, previews, interviews, all sorts of views. We also have our now infamous monthly podcast. You can catch up with us on Facebook /HitsThatNow or @HitsThatNow on Twitter. Thank you very much.